You just bought a self-storage facility. From the outside, it looks simple. Rows of metal doors, a gate, a keypad. People bring their stuff, lock the unit, and pay you every month. Sounds easy. But the second you own it, every empty unit becomes lost revenue. Every broken gate becomes a problem, and the bank starts waiting for its payment. So what did you really buy? Passive income or a building full of tiny money problems? From the outside, self-storage looks like a dream business. The customer brings the inventory. The customer does the heavy lifting. The customer locks the unit and usually leaves. People use storage when they move, downsize, renovate, go to college, run out of space, or need room for business inventory. So the demand is real, but demand is local. A strong industry does not guarantee that your facility is strong. If the wrong building sits in the wrong spot, all those nice industry statistics mean absolutely nothing. Now step inside. The product is not really the building. The product is secure space. You sell that space one unit at a time. Small units hold boxes. Medium units hold the contents of an apartment. Large units hold furniture, business inventory, or even vehicles. Each occupied door acts like a small monthly subscription. But here is the rule that matters. An empty unit tonight cannot be sold again for tonight. Empty space expires. So the job is simple to describe. Fill the doors, keep people paying, protect the income from each square foot. The business starts before the customer arrives. First they search online, then they compare location, price, size, security, and reviews. They pick a unit, sign an agreement, get a gate code, and move in. After that, the machine has to keep working. Payments need to process. The gate needs to open. Cameras need to record. Lights need to stay on. Climate control needs to work. Hallways need to stay clean. New leads still need to come in. Late accounts need to be chased. A storage facility is not just a building. It is a payment system connected to a security system, connected to a property, connected to hundreds of customer accounts. Now follow one payment. A customer rents a 10 by 10 unit for $135 per month. That money comes in, but it does not all stay with the owner. Some goes to property taxes. Some goes to payroll or management. Some goes to insurance. Some goes to utilities, software, marketing, maintenance, pest control, and security. In this example, about $35 out of every $100 in revenue goes to operating expenses. That leaves about $65 of net operating income. Sounds great, but net operating income is not owner profit. Then the bank takes its share. Then future repairs take their share. By the end, the owner keeps only a small slice. This is where the business stops looking passive. First, occupancy can be misleading. A facility can look full, but some tenants are discounted, some are late, and some units may not be earning enough. Second, competition is brutal at the local level. A newer facility nearby can force you to cut prices fast. Third, maintenance always shows up. Roof leaks, doors bend, cameras fail, gates get hit, climate systems get old. Fourth, management does not disappear. Someone still has to answer calls, adjust prices, inspect the property, and deal with unpaid units. And finally, debt stays fixed even when your rent roll does not. Now test the deal. Let us say this facility has 400 units and 40,000 rentable square feet. The purchase price is $5.8 million. You put down $1.74 million and finance the rest. At 90% occupancy, using a market rent around $16.34 per square foot, the facility produces roughly $588,000 in annual rental revenue. Add another $35,000 from fees and other income, and total revenue lands around $623,000. Operating expenses are about $223,000. That leaves about $400,000 in net operating income. Then debt service takes about $352,000. Set aside another $25,000 for future capital spending. Now, the owner is left with roughly $23,000 per year. On a $1.74 million equity investment, that is not exciting. Self-storage is a real business with real strengths. Demand is broad. Revenue is spread across many customers. Operations can be simpler than restaurants or hotels. But this business is not automatically passive. And it is definitely not automatically a good deal. The business model can be worth owning. This specific purchase price makes the return too thin. Too much money is tied up for too little owner cash flow, and there is not much room for mistakes. So the verdict is simple. Self-storage can be worth owning, but only at the right price. This deal, not worth owning.